We are live in Los Angeles, California, and in Southern California just this past weekend in Fontana, the man who finished third in the race, and he is the #1 Monster Energy Ford car driver, Kurt Busch. Good to see you, sir. How are you, brother?
Doing good, Rich. Good to talk to you.
Yeah, you got it. So how has the race scene in Southern California grown since you've been around it, Kurt?
The race scene's intense because here in SoCal, you have drag racing fans,
right.
NASCAR fans,
right.
IndyCar races, Long Beach, and then the drifting that's going on. That's caught a lot of people's attention. But motorsports, cars, everybody loves their cars here in SoCal. And so it's a good race weekend for us to really showcase our sponsors and be out there running up front.
Right. I'll be out there running up front, no doubt about it. And this is your 20th full season.
I know, right? It's 20 years. It's gone by so fast.
How has it changed? Is there anything that's changed?
I mean, the biggest thing, technology with the cars and the way that the engineering staff and the crew chiefs approach the car setup, the analytics as far as when to pit, when to stay out, but yet at the same time, drafting's still the same as far as the enemy of the draft.
The science is still the same.
Yeah, as far as just tucking in behind the other car and making the right moves.
Mm-hmm.
And as a driver, my job is still to get the best grip out of those 4 tires and to make the right moves at the end of the race.
How do you do that? I mean,
it's a feel.
How do you? I mean,
it's a feel.
Just like a golf swing and something like that, or
yeah, exactly like a golfer. Thursday is different than a Sunday, and the greats win on Sunday when the greens are the hardest.
Right.
In racing, the track is always rubbered in at the end. It's real slick, and that's what you have to have your setup for. That's what you have to have a feel for to know where to get the speed.
Kurt Busch here on the Rich Eisen show. So how has your life changed in the last 20 years, Kurt?
I feel like I've settled down finally. I've met a nice girl.
Right.
Right? I mean, boys are always later, slower in life to figure it out, right?
Right.
Man, I've been blessed and privileged to have had the chance to make it in NASCAR. I mean, I'm a desert kid from Vegas.
Right.
And would watch it on TV in awe. And then I went to my first race, and I was in awe. I just went to my 20th Daytona 500, and I still get that kid feel, that butterfly feel of the energy before the race. And yeah, I put my helmet on. I go out there and perform, and I would say in 20 years, I make smarter decisions on the track now versus those gut instincts of just being youthful and just going off talent early in my career. But I love it. I have great sponsors, great team to race for, and that's the key thing. Is I signed an extension with Chip Ganassi Racing last summer because I'm in my 19th year then, but I still have a shot to win. Still got a shot at a championship, and that's important to me.
Kurt Busch here on the Rich Eisen show. What was your perspective from Ryan Newman's crash? Did you see it go down? Were you where were you?
I was actually driving home. I had wrecked out 10 laps before that.
So you were driving home.
I was literally listening to the radio.
So you wreck out 10 laps before, and you're just like, I'm out of here?
I'm out, done.
No, I know, but you don't stick around to
No.
see? Okay.
No, it's Daytona, man. That place chews you up, spits you out, and, man, you're devastated that you didn't win, right? And, of course, to wreck out with less than 10 laps to go when it wasn't our fault, those are the tough, dejecting moments. And so, yeah, I'm literally driving out, heading home, and I hear it on the radio, and I didn't know the severity of it until I got home, watched it on video, and then my phone's blowing up. How's Ryan doing? How's Ryan doing? Because he was taken away unconscious in an ambulance. Those are those moments that are not good. Last time that had happened in our sport was Dale Earnhardt Sr. passed away, and the safety in our sport is incredible, and the impacts that Ryan Newman went through are tough for anybody, no matter who you are.
Right.
And for him to survive, that's incredible. Number 2, to walk
away?
out.
I know. I was insane.
I didn't expect him to walk out. I was literally texting Tony Stewart, who I used to race for, who's a good friend with Ryan Newman, like, hey, let's get on a plane. Let's go see Newman. And literally, as we're starting to communicate a trip to go see him, we're watching him walk out. It's amazing what
with those babies, right?
Our safety
with his 2 girls.
Yes, 2 girls, family,
hand in hand. Holy now.
And so that's our cars, that's the safety barriers, that's our safety equipment.
Does that improvement came after Dale Sr.?
It did,
died?
over the last 20 years. And that was that big
That
spike.
was right. The Hans device and obviously other members of the community
the Hans
getting
device,
together.
a salesman was like, hey, you might want to try this on. This is 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, the concept makes sense. Got this device, goes over your shoulders, keeps your helmet attached to this device where your neck can't extend too far forward. I said, sure, I'll buy one. Mm-hmm. That's how things were then. Now we have all of these safety diagrams. We have all these videos. We have all these high-def cameras that can slow-mo a wreck down to watch what moves in the seat, to see what a driver goes through. We have steering wheels that collapse at the right rate to create an airbag type of effect. Mm-hmm. There's so much that we've improved on, and that's exactly what we saw with Newman walking away.
So your first thought was probably my first thought, right? That he wasn't walking away from that crash when you saw it.
Yeah.
When you probably saw it on YouTube or video or whatever from the palm of your hand.
Everybody
right?
thinks the worst, yes. But at the same time, we haven't had that happen in 20 years. Wait a minute. Are we going to have to go backwards? We should be further ahead. Mm-hmm. And I'm so glad that he walked away.
Yeah. Kurt Busch here on the Rich Eisen Show. I'll ask you a personal question. Does your wife pull you aside after that and say, well, let's talk about the future? Or does anything like that happen in your personal life?
I always give her a big hug and a kiss before, and I give her the assurance. Mm-hmm. And I always say this, in this phrase, this quote, I'll be right back, sweetie. I'll be home for dinner. I make decisions on the track that I think are on the safer side. Yes, I'm pushing hard to win. Mm-hmm. I have the safety in my car, the track, and the sport. I trust what I'm doing. I trust others on the track. The danger aspect's always going to be there. It's what auto racing is. That's the intrigue and the thrill of why people tune in. For me, I've never gone across that threshold and said, all right, this is too much. I'm going to keep pushing until I know my day is done driving, and I want to give my best in my competitive side to go hard to the end.
Kurt Busch here on the Rich Eisen Show. All right, you and your wife Ashley have launched a high-end fashion bathing suit line. Is that a true story?
Ashley's on top of that game. Yes.
Okay, so
Monarch Rain. I mean, I'm an investor. Yes.
Oh, so you're not wearing any of the swimwear.
No, I don't have it on right now. I mean, but you could go bathing suit with jeans. It's like a new thing.
What?
Yeah, like a one piece and jeans. That's key, man.
Like a one piece, like I'm
bathing suit. Yeah.
Like I'm in the 20s or something like that.
Yeah, think about it. Yeah.
For men.
No. Why would you even go there?
I don't even know what you're saying to me. Like,
she's
you can do that.
Launched her own bikini line. All ladies, yes.
Okay.
Nice patterns, designs.
Okay.
Some mesh suits with some embroidery.
Right.
Some nice high cut, low cut stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Check it out. MonarchRain.com.
Very good. Yes. And then tell me about the KB 100 Plus ticket giveaway that's going on right now.
That's my initiative. Yes, I'm very proud to give back to our military. I've been inspired by them on my trips to Walter Reed and Bethesda Medical Center, and to have 100 tickets to every NASCAR race. That's what I have available through vettix.org. Mm-hmm. And the program went well last year. I gave away 4,000 tickets.
It's amazing.
To our NASCAR. We had 50,000 requests. So this year I'm calling on other drivers. So Dale Jr. helped me out at Daytona. My little brother helped in Vegas. Jimmie Johnson, he added another 100 for California Speedway, where he's from. Mm-hmm. The guy that just won, Alex Bowman, he's from Arizona. He's hooking us up with another 100 in Arizona.
It's amazing.
So we're going to try to get more and more military guys to the track for free. It's on us.
And it's great. I mean, because obviously we talk about ultimate sacrifices, right? And then, what you do for a living and what, I'm fortunate to do it for a living. It's like the toy department in a way.
It is.
And so to be able to give back like that, that's awesome.
Yeah, to suit up and to dress out and to go race a car at 200 miles an hour on Sunday.
Right.
It comes at a cost. Freedom isn't free, and I'm privileged to have this chance to go and do that. And it's just a small way to give back. And it's really neat to see tracks, sponsors, and fans can even donate as well to get more military members to the track.
And how do people do that? At vettix.org, right? That's one way to go. Or firsttix.org. That's how you can do that?
Yeah, vettix.org is the easiest. And then through my website, kurtbusch.com, there's a link, and that helps people donate.
Fantastic. What'd you think of Jimmie Johnson announcing his retirement? What do you think about that?
I think it's the right timing. He's a 7-time champion. He's won the Daytona 500 multiple times. He's done everything in our sport. And we have a big transition next year with the next gen car. And I think he's looking to go out as strong as he can on top with the car that he knows, the team at Hendrick Motorsports, and to not jump into that next chapter.
Right.
I think from the time that we've been together, he was a rookie the year after I was. We've been through 4 different generations of cars. They're tough. When you switch over, it's a whole different driving style.
I don't know if I've asked you this question before in the times that you've been here. Do you have an NFL team?
I do. My family's all from Chicago. I grew up in Vegas, so I'm a big Bears fan. You know, and then the 85 Bears, that's right when I was a kid.
Right, but now Vegas has a team.
Vegas is getting the Raiders. It's going to be off the hook. I think it's going to be big. Why doesn't Tom Brady just sign with the Raiders right now and have a year-long party?
Right? I mean,
wouldn't that
not
be
a bad idea.
Right? The ticket sales would be through the roof.
It would be.
They're going to be already.
Well, have you seen that Death Star that they've built?
Yes,
Have
it's
you
awesome.
seen? It's unbelievable.
I told Monster Energy they should sponsor it, but I don't know.
What did they say?
It probably was a bill that I wouldn't be able to write
a
check for, so I'm going to stay out of that.
I know you might be riding.
I'm going to stick to driving.
You might be riding on the lowest octane of gas for a little bit. You know, I got to cut a corner here on gas costs, but it's just amazing. It's at the southern end of the strip, right? Across from the airport, across from McCarran Airport.
No, the location's great. They just need to get some bridges in for pedestrians. I mean, I'm from Vegas, and the sports feel in that town is incredible right now with the Golden Knights. There's a new AAA baseball stadium on the west end of town.
Right.
NASCAR has 2 races there.
Are they still called the Area 51s? Is that what they're called?
No, they switched.
You looked that up?
They switched.
They switched from the conspiracy alien name?
I couldn't figure that one out.
So now you're heading to Phoenix now, right? Are you?
Yes.
That's where you're going.
Phoenix is our next
Are you going to
race.
stop by Cubs spring training?
Yes.
Were you down there?
Yeah, actually, the team let me dress out a couple years ago. I did some stretching drills with the team, and then
stretching drills.
I got batting practice with Schwarber. Oh, yeah, that was ridiculous.
All right, now walk me through this because that is a human fire hydrant, Kyle Schwarber.
Oh, dude, the balls
just crank out, right?
And the sound. Yeah, it was just ridiculous.
When you did,
and then like when I hit it, it was that typical T-ball sound of clink, and it just cleared the third baseman maybe.
Oh, but that's pretty cool.
It was really, I'm a big Cubs fan, big Bears fan, and the Cubs have been great. I mean, Joe Madden let me dress out a couple of years ago, and so now I just need to buddy up with Coach Ross.
Well, now you know Joe's here with the Angels, so you might knock on his door too.
True.
Just because you're not a.
I don't know, man.
No, Joe Madden's still
Joe
Madden.
Joe, yeah. He brought a World Series to Chicago.
So now, is part of the fact that you didn't hit the ball very well is that nobody was banging on a trash can to let you know what's coming?
Yeah, fastball coming in. Okay, all right. I texted Verlander about that, and he's just laughing. He's laughing about it.
What do you mean he's laughing
he's
about
just, it? I'm pleading the fifth, all right? He's just laughing about the whole thing.
You're tight with Verlander?
Yeah, it's not good. It's not bad. It's just
well, here's the thing. No, I mean, we've talked about it here. Kurt Busch on the Rich Eisen show. What's he supposed to do? He's being he didn't even know until midnight struck back in that August of 2017 that he was even going to be there. Like he was hearing he was being traded from the Tigers, didn't know if he was going, literally got a call at midnight. Astros need him in the worst way. And I'm wondering, when he gets there, does somebody say to him, this is what we're doing? Or does he just like sit there in the dugout and go, what's that noise? And it dawns on him. What's he supposed to do?
I don't know what you do from that side of it.
Right.
Because he's got to do the things as a pitcher with his signs and to make sure that he's staying ahead of his hitters. Right. So I don't know how much collaboration goes back and forth between offense and defense in baseball.
Right. I mean, and by the way, look, I'm a big Verlander guy, and I'm a diehard Yankee fan. They couldn't hit him. I mean, they could not hit him. So even if there was some sort of stuff going on, he still was pitching with a 1-0 lead in the ALCS game. And I think very highly of him, but what's he supposed to do?
Nah, he brought his best stuff and did his job as a pitcher. So what's going on the other side of the bat, I don't know.
What's the craziest thing you've seen in your sport that might be something?
As far as like technology?
Similar, technology using as a strategy. What have you seen?
There was an era we went through with yellow flags that were thrown at weird, awkward times.
What do you mean?
As far as
for those
caution,
who may not know, okay.
A caution flag,
Right.
there would be debris out on the racetrack or something. And was there really? What's going on? Why was the yellow? So we went through an era with that, but now we have more of stage breaks so that we have a guaranteed yellow at a certain time.
Okay.
So that took away the questioning.
Well, what were you questioning? That somebody...
There was debris out on the track, or was there not debris on the track?
So the
It's
timing...
more of an officiating call.
Oh.
Because the track has to be in a safe, raceable condition.
I see.
Yes.
And so somebody might have been tossing something out on the track.
I don't know what happened. Or yellow flag came out.
And there's no red challenge flag for a yellow flag, right?
No, we just
in,
have the
your
button
sport.
from inside the car, and we go, "What the was that?" Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is.
The button.
Yeah, the button. It doesn't do much though.
Hey, Kurt, man, I love when you stop by, and I appreciate it. So again, vettix.org or kurtbusch.com, right?
That's right, yep.
To go and be part of the ticket giveaway program that benefits so many of our active duty service members and, of course, veterans like you've seen in Walter Reed and people who, could use a nice day at the racetrack, to say the least.
I appreciate having me on to help me with that, because it helps our military reintegrate after they've been through a challenging time, to know that there's tickets out there to go to a NASCAR race and
go and hang out.
Have a family weekend.
You got it. At Kurt Busch on Twitter. And send my best to your wife, will you?
Will do.
You got it.
Thanks,
That's Kurt Busch right here on the Rich Eisen Show. 844-204-RICH is the number to dial.